It's a windy one, Mansa. It's a windy one at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Hello, happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to another live post here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. I see rescued lioness Mansa living her best life, doing what cats do best. A little morning grooming, a little cat nap in the sun. It's so fun to see that our rescues get to enjoy an incredible level of compassion and peace, and it's all thanks to the wonderful people who are trickling into this post, like Jenny Wire. I see Jenny's watching. Hey, Jenny. Hope you had a good weekend. Sherry V, good morning, and welcome. Saying hi to Olivia, myself, everyone. Faith is watching. Carrie Miller's here. Tanya Toner's here. Happy Monday, everyone. Lisa Parker. Boy, is today going quickly, you say, Lisa. I can identify with that. Mondays are always fast days for me at the Wildcat Sanctuary, as on Monday we have our development status meeting, kind of the media and development crew coming together, etching out our plans for the week, as well as our greater marketing plans. So certainly little meetings in the morning, jumping out to a live post. I got a whole bunch of things to do on the back half of the day, so Mondays just fly by. Woof. Howdy, Pat Hamilton. Glad to have you with us. Bree MacArthur's here saying happy Monday. I'm kind of zoomed in on Mansa here. Can zoom out. Hey, Jill Finley. Glad to have you with us. Kathy Barton. Happy Monday. Hope all is well down in Florida. Kendra Ditto here. Hope everybody's doing well. And, well, of course, Mansa. She's not just sitting out here all on her lonesome. Lo and behold, she's got her brother and her number one companion, Leo, kind of leading the front here. So Leo will certainly get a glimpse of that beautiful mane blowing in what is a very windy day today, Miss Mansa. And despite the wind, it is still uncharacteristically warm, as that's just been the overall pattern this winter. But a warm day, sunny day, windy day, nonetheless. The cats are out. As a matter of fact, black leopard Shazam was putzing around his free-roaming habitat, so I wanted to set up with Leo and Mansa, say hi to the folks, and black leopard Shazam, I see that you're coming my way. Yeah. Queen Mansa. Yeah. It's Mansa getting resettled after letting the paparazzi know that he's worn out his welcome on that camera angle, and that this one's going to be much more suitable for her. Look at Faith getting excited about Miss Mansa, and of course one of your sponsors, Leo the lion, right here. He says, I'm enjoying a nice cat nap in the sun, sponsor mom. Courtesy of your support. This is always a fun spot for Leo and Mansa, and that's just what's so fun about all the cats. And just like your domestic cats at home, we often say, these felines of all kinds, they're like sundials. They can find the sun wherever, and they know that this patch of their free-roaming habitat has got great sun this portion of the day. You'll kind of see them rotate around their habitat clockwise as they move with the light. But typical cats. And another typical cat thing would be is they're always up to something. So here I am zooming in on black leopard Shazam, who is up to something. He's back in kind of the brambles and bushes there within his free-roaming habitat. I think he's maybe gnawing at some sticks or who knows what, up to no good, as cats are. And we know that Shazam is not only one of our more senior residents, but is a cat who, as he's kind of aged here, we've continued to keep a close eye on him. And Mr. Shazam, even though he's getting a little long in the tooth, still gets to enjoy his daily to-dos, just like we saw him just horsing around in the grass. Right now he's going over to his shared wall, where he gets his interactions that he oh so much loves with Tiger Tarek and Tigress Polina, who live next to him. So service willing, maybe we can go and catch one of those interactions, because I see Tiger Shazam or Tiger Tarek patrolling his habitat, which means that he's going to go and give a hello to Shazam. So stand by, everyone. Sometimes the internet can get a little rascally on us, but I have high hopes that we can catch a friend interaction between Black Leopard Shazam and Tarek and Feline. Hey, handsome man. Hey, handsome leopard. And there we go. Shazam may look little, and he is little in his own right, but he looks particularly tiny next to a large tiger. Admittedly, Tarek is having a little potty break right now, so we're going to give him his privacy. Hey, good morning, Daria. Glad to have you with us, saying hello to the team on the ground, and of course, your holy buckets 24 sponsor kittens here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. That is so awesome, Daria. Man, what an achievement. And just a... Oof, it's windy, Miss Feline. It's windy, Miss Feline. Very windy. Tiger's Feline just found herself a nice little patch of sun, and kind of on the far side of her habitat. Admittedly, I think this handsome black leopard over here, Feline, would love for your tiger presence to be brought a little closer to the shared wall, but that's not going to stop Shazam from going and finding his own tiger to interact with. That's him moving a little bit farther down their shared wall. And that's now Tiger Tarek is approaching. I don't have too good of an angle where we can see Tarek, but Shazam is going to get his. And he says, well, if I'm down here, maybe if I go down here, the cats will come and join it. Yeah, I heard you saying hi to Mr. Shazam. I heard you saying hi. Hey, handsome. I am turning tail a little bit. I'm going to see if I can kind of spy on Shazam from this angle of his habitat, and perhaps have a little bit better service in the process of doing that. So bear with me, everyone. I'm doing my best to bring Mr. Shazam to us. I think we have an awesome angle on him here, and we'll get a great comparison for the size difference between him and Tarek as Tarek cruises around. I'm going to catch up on some comments while we stand by for this leopard-tiger interaction here. And I'm sure maybe many of you, too, in the meantime, can name some of Shazam's former friends here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Anything from any cat from Jaguar Diablo Guapo, Tigress Nikita. Shazam's had a nice batch of big cat rescued friends here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, and it's always fun to see that he's just one of those cats, though, despite your size, Shazam, which is probably the only thing keeping you from living with some of these cats that you determine as your best friends, but you're still willing to just be empathetic with your heart, and you share it around, and that's so special. Pat Hamilton, 50 stars. Thank you for that, Pat. Looks like Torben's given some stars. Maybe Kathy Barton as well, if I'm looking at those profile pictures correctly. Thank you for that, everyone. Sitting about 93 people here. Not bad. Shazam onward and forward, cruising in his habitat. Nice to see Tarek kind of doing the same thing. I have Lion Leo behind me, who I think I might try to spend a little extra time with. And we can go through some comments, but ultimately we're kind of keeping it light. We're keeping it light this Monday, having a nice little sanctuary stroll. I wanted to talk about social media posts that we're going to be making on Facebook later today, because it always helps to kind of talk about it, and so we can kind of get the word out here, and then we're going to post on it later to kind of double dip and have the word out in. so once my internet comes back to me, Mr. Sleepy Leo, is that as always, here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, we find ourselves beholden to Meta and Facebook. We kind of chronically have troubles with Meta and Facebook, and usually it's little technical things like we can get by. Maybe your guys' supporter badges aren't popping up. Maybe it's just bad live connectivity. But this time it's affecting money that is supposed to be helping the cats. We have our reels, which I'm sure many of you are incredibly familiar with, those fun little vertical videos that we've been probably rolling out here on this page over the last year, 2 years or so. Well, those reels are monetized, and the money that has been garnered from those views on those reels is basically being held captive by a technical glitch with Facebook. And so again, we're used to Facebook herking and jerking us around, but we have a little bit lower of a tolerance for it when it is affecting us financially and money that could be helping the cats here. And so the root of my question here is hoping, and I know it's kind of a long shot, but maybe, just maybe, someone out there in the TWS community knows, somebody who works at Meta, works at Facebook, knows how we could get inside the belly of the beast, so to speak, to get this thing right. We can deal with technical difficulties. It bums me out that maybe sometimes we miss out on people getting, but it's really, it really kind of tips me over, and it's the straw that breaks the camel's back when it's a dumb little technical glitch that's keeping us from helping the cats and supporting the cats. So nonetheless, wanting to reach out and see if any of our awesome followers have their fingers or know anyone who works in Meta, works in the social media space, and could perhaps intervene on the Wildcat Sanctuary's behalf. It's a big it's a big ask, but one that we just don't want to idly sit by and let money that could be going to support the cats fall through our fingers. So this is me trying to kind of get the word out here on this live post, and we're going to be making a separate Facebook post about it that hopefully you all can share and get it out to your folks and your feeds, and maybe, just maybe, we can kind of turn what is a very big and large ship to turn, and that is Meta and Facebook when it comes to asking them to cooperate with a little nonprofit like the Wildcat Sanctuary, who's just trying to make the world a better place for wildcats in need. And hey, we love Facebook for what it does. Look at all the people watching this live post. I'm tuning into you live from an accredited rescue sanctuary that's closed to the public, but we have millions of people that support us. And hey, so we're fortunate and thankful for Facebook in so many facets. We just want to make sure that the cats obviously are kind of getting their just desserts, so to speak. And when I see money being held up in the system for a technical glitch, and I filed report after report, Mr. Leo, he says, I'm sleeping, I don't care about this. But it's maybe our last-ditch effort to maybe, just maybe, we can make a difference here. So thank you, everyone, for hearing my plea here. And we're going to be making a little Facebook post about it later today. So if you could keep peeled for that, maybe just maybe we can right some of these Facebook wrongs. So thank you, everyone, for hearing my plea there, hearing the Wildcat Sanctuary's plea, rather. It's a frustrating thing, but nonetheless, we'll right this thing, no problem. Let me catch up on some comments after my little filibuster there, Miss Mansa. Emily Rose commenting, catching my lives makes my days so much brighter, and seeing all the cats living their best wild-at-heart life. My favorite way to spend. Have a great day, everyone. Emily, well, that just fills me up, and thank you for saying something like that. And those are kind of some of the untangible things that I really do hope a lot of you guys take away from your interactions and experiences with the Wildcat Sanctuary. Obviously, we're closed to the public, and to our supporters, many of you are not able to come here, but you're doing an amazing thing, and the fact that you're getting that gratification is special. It makes me very happy to hear that. Shazam, it just looks like I'm looking at a clump of grass. Let me see here. I'm trying to find a good shot of leopard Shazam, but this is also a great little slice of life for me, the paparazzi. We know that Shazam loves his, has his certain people who he keeps close to him, some select caretakers. I can think of Elise, obviously, for example. But Shazam's got this awesome free-roaming habitat, and he knows exactly which wall of his free-roaming habitat borders a habitat with two tigers, and which one doesn't. So there's Shazam. He is facing the complete opposite direction from me, facing toward Terrican Polina's habitat. So maybe not the best angle for us, but as we're talking about people getting joy from tuning in and watching the cats live their best life, seeing Black Leopard Shazam go to the specific part of his habitat where he can turn and face two tigers sitting that way, well, that is a best life being lived indeed. All right. I'm getting beat up on service, Leo, all of a sudden here. All right. So I wanted to get some good service before I kind of take my last week, and hopefully it comes back here in a moment. But I was checking out bobcats Henry and Haley across the way. Those are two very special rescued bobcats who live here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. And I feel like we haven't seen them in a live post in a little bit, so I wanted to kind of get my internet feet under me. Tanya Toner pointing out some hiccups there. That's right. So everybody knows that we're about to take a dive and go run across the street to Feline Meadows to maybe see Henry and Haley, and if we see them, perhaps, and the internet is willing, we can go over and check out the tiger trio as well. I'd love to see Mr. Dimitri and Griffin. So off we go across the way. And let's go say hi and Haley. And of course I saw them, out kind of marching along on their skywalks a moment ago, and I'm sure now as I want to come over here, perhaps they've... Oh, I see Mr. Henry. Mr. Handsome Hen. Hey, crazy man. And we would have shared Henry's Wild at Heart video. Those are fun little series of videos that are exclusively posted to our YouTube channel. We will share them on Facebook every so often, but Henry had his Wild at Heart done. It would have been by Timo, if I'm not mistaken, and it was just so fun kind of going back and looking at some of the archival footage of Henry's arrival as well as Haley's arrival, two orphan bobcat kittens coming from separate situations where they've been orphaned, but knowing that they're at the same age and that we would be able to raise these two orphan bobcats together to live a rescued life together. Well, those, some of the, as I said, archival clips of Henry and Haley, look at that little vocalization. Coming to Sanctuary and really getting to be bobcats for the first time and bobcat kittens for the first time. It was a very special little video. And keeping my eyes peeled for Miss Haley. I'll admit, Henry and Haley, with kind of the winter that we've been having, have had an absolute, an amazing time camouflaging and hiding from the paparazzi. I mean, you can see kind of Henry trotting away and kind of seeing him compared to some of the backgrounds in his habitat from the different shades of grass, the bushes, just kind of that unexposed, or the exposed ground rather, makes for really kind of Where's Waldo type situation when I'm just trying to get a photo of Henry, and I absolutely love those types of moments when the habitats that your support provides gives the cats opportunity to get absolutely unseen if they want to. And so I'm coming up here very slowly because if you can't tell, there's a tiger hiding in the shade ready to stalk me, Mr. Griffin. Hey, Mr. Handsome. I can tell you kind of have your bossy pants on right now. Yes, I can tell you have your bossy pants on. I'll sit right here. I'll kneel down right here, Mr. Bossy. Hey, Mr. Griffin. Here's Mr. Griffin of the Tiger Trio. He's got his brother Dimitri sitting back on a platform there. As you can see, Mr. Griffin kind of came right up to me and stalked me. I'm glad he came and said hello, but Mr. Griffin might think that I have some food here. So I'm going to kind of be watching the amount that he's pacing here. And this isn't Griffin pacing out of boredom. This is Griffin pacing out of anticipation, thinking that something's going to happen. I don't have any food, which is why here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, I would love to keep on hanging out with Mr. Griffin. But with him thinking that I have some food, I don't want him to get the wrong idea. And so, Mr. G, we will have to keep the party moving, if that's okay. But I'm glad we got a little bit of a Griffin dose here. Yeah, you think I'm the food train today, And don't worry, I'm not going to walk you into your bedroom either, because that's typically where you're fed as well. So I'm going to give Mr. Griffin his space. I can only imagine those types of interactions that I just had with Griffin are one of the reasons that you support us, is that I'm not going to provoke Griffin. I'm not going to stay there to make him think that I have food just so we can have a tiger in the background. It's just one of the things that I'm so fortunate to have been taught, and knowing that that's kind of the philosophy here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, is that the cats come first. And obviously we all want to see Griffin and spend time with him, but we're going to make sure that Griffin's well-being is being put forth to the front of the stage, Mr. Henry. Yeah, that's what he's thinking. Maria, where's my breakfast? And I saw Haley kind of wander out here. So there's Mr. Henry, and I want to find your silver little girlfriend, Haley. Henry's got a little more brown coat than his counterpart, Haley. And just like I mentioned, even though they were both orphan bobcats who were just about the same age, look at Haley, is that they did come from separate rescue situations, and we're happy that they could live their life together as now a kind of surrogate family, if you will. So much more silver and white than Henry. Miss Haley trotting up here. Hey, pretty girl. You're a couple of small cats living in a big cat world down here. That's another thing that I just love about you and Mr. Henry, is Haley can keep up with the best of them. She's got Aurora and Alana on one side of her. She's got Leo and Mansa. She can see Shazam as well. Of course, the Tiger Trio across the way. She says, oh, they have nothing on a spicy bobcat like me. Yeah, exactly, Holly Winscott. Henry and Haley, haven't seen them in so long. I'm glad we're able to drop in on these two special bobs. Daria, oh my word. Thankfully it is. Is this habitat done being fixed since last year, the ice storm? So, yes, Daria, it is. Just about every single vertical pole that you're seeing on closest to us leading down the habitat, just about every single one of these vertical poles closest to us had to be changed. It was kind of this front part of the habitat closest to the building and the road that crumpled. And yowzer, it took a lot of work, and we got it done, and happy that we got a little bit of a reprieve from a winter this year after some of those hard punches to the gut, if you will, last year. Well, Maria P., I think I might as well, asking, can we visit Aurora and Alana? I think that would be maybe a great way to cap off today's sanctuary stroll. They are totally soaking in the sun on one of their platforms right now. So before I go all the way over there, I'm just going to zoom in to show you, or at least give you an idea, that you add a human into the equation with these cats, and they're going to come right down and say hi to me. But Aurora and Alana, who maybe we see kind of up at the habitat wall a lot, and they're wanting to come and greet us, that's very much just because humans are around. But when humans are around, Aurora and Alana are great about taking advantage of their habitat space and making the most of their day. Speaking of making the most of their day, it's a game of chase between Henry and Haley. And I mean, it wasn't a matter of seconds that Haley went from being on the ground to being about 15 feet up in the air on her tall skywalks. It's just so cool. Uh-oh, I think I do need to get moving because you can tell the cat ears are much better than the human ears. They heard a UTV coming down. And I saw one of the lioness sisters jump down from her platform. So, and I do see them coming around the corner. We'll see if they come to Feline Meadows or not. But all in all, if they are coming for feeding, we'll get a little bit of cat time in, and otherwise we've had a good kind of sanctuary stroll. That's going to be Alana up on the platform, and Miss Aurora, who jumped down to see what the UTV was doing. Aurora knows that I'm here yet. Here you are, pretty gal. In Aurora's bedroom. Oh, here comes Miss Aurora. Hey, pretty lady. I have to admit, every time I come across you two sisters, I have to resist the urge to chuff. I don't know why. What makes me want to do a tiger chuff to a lion, but every time. I'm not going to speak on it now, but I'm sure maybe Tammy has mentioned that there a lot of obviously cat moves happening in the spring, not just including some of the catio town moves with some of the hybrid and ALC rescues, but just something to get excited about as always when spring comes around is opportunity to start some construction up again, get our cat moves going, habitat modifications, habitat repairs, things like that. And so just looking at your sisters, I think there's a fun summer in store for you two ladies. Holly Winscott, what pretty kitty girls they are. I couldn't agree more. And I will admit, with Aurora and Alana, they are two beautiful cats. But they're also one of those cats where, kind of very similar to a white tiger is that I'll look at the white tiger and boy, oh boy, objectively, cats like white tigers, Simon and Jeremy and Thor Jr. are absolutely beautiful. But, this day and age, we very much are aware of what a white tiger is that they're a process of inbreeding, and through that inbreeding, they're afflicted with a host of genetic mutations. And unfortunately, Aurora and Alana are also kind of one of those cats that I look at and I see beauty in them, but I also see some kind of tragedy behind that beauty. And with Aurora and Alana, we know that they have crossed eyes. You can look at the shape of their skull and see that large kind of upside down triangle, or it's very diamond shaped. And these are indications of inbreeding. And we know that Aurora and Alana are happy and healthy now, but knowing that they are inbreed and that their genes could be compromised because of that inbreeding is something that we're certainly aware about, and it's worth acknowledging of, hey, Aurora and Alana, you guys are right. They are absolutely beautiful. But also with a trained eye, you can kind of see, the truth behind that beauty and maybe how these cats came to be. And then it's very much truly informing and helps kind of inform the large picture, understanding where these cats came from. They came from the Tiger King Park, where cats like Aurora and Alana were being bred for opportunities, for cub petting opportunities, photo opportunities, and more. And as you can imagine, that type of breeding is not done for conservation. That type of breeding is done out of profit. And unfortunately, things like inbreeding being a product of those exploiters trying to make money off of these animals. What are you doing? Yeah. Well, thank you. I didn't want to get all the... Oh, it was just your sister down here. Now I'm glad to get some Alana time. Alana here. And then her sister Aurora coming up and chasing her tail a little bit. But hey, everyone. I'm happy that we've really had a pleasant sanctuary stroll. Okay, a little potty time from Alana here. I'm trying to think of everyone we've seen. We've seen Shazam. We've seen Tarek and Polina, Leo and Mansa. Henry and Haley. And now it's kind of been the cherry on top of the sundae, spending some time with White Lion sisters Aurora and Alana. We're going to get a little stock here, everyone. Well, maybe not. It looked like you're about to stalk your sister. Oh, you two goofy sisters. You are just something else. And as I kind of went into detail on their story, I always encourage everyone to go back and maybe reread some of the rescue stories and learn about our rescues in even more depth than I can provide during these live posts. Aurora and Alana are no exception to some of the incredible and harrowing stories that our rescues represent here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. And of course, what you guys participate in and make possible, and new beginnings and the best and last chapters. Oof, I'm getting my tongue tied here, girls. The best and last chapter of their lives here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. So hey everyone, thank you. Whoa, oh yeah, I bet that feels real good. I want everyone to have a great rest of your day. Please indeed keep a lookout for our little social media plea later today, hoping to see if we can get an inside person to help us out with some of the woes that we've been facing on Facebook and Meta. But nonetheless, I hope everyone has a great rest of their Monday. I think this is a great beginning to my week, and I hope that's the same for everyone else. So for now, have a wonderful rest of your Monday, everyone, and we will see you back here at the Wildcat Sanctuary soon.